Thank you, Francisco, for joining us this afternoon. Your first question comes from Tony DeComo.
Hey, Francisco. I know spring training results only matter so much, but to get your first home run with a new team, does this one feel a little different than a normal spring home run?
Tony, it felt great to be able to pull the baseball the correct way. Like you say, in spring training, our engines are just starting to run, so I was just happy I was able to pull the baseball the correct way.
Is that something you've been working on, trying to get a little more pull?
No. I've been trying to stay middle the other way or up the middle, but it's encouraging every time you hit the ball and you pull it correctly. You don't have that top spin or you don't get around it. It's a pitch that was supposed to be pulled, and I did that.
Thank you.
Next question is from Tim Healy.
We understand that your contract extension talks were supposed to start in earnest last week. What is the state of those?
Tim, they started, but nothing serious. It's just we're just talking. We'll see how everything goes. My agent is in charge of that, and that's between the front office and my agent. If I sit here and say no, we haven't started, I'll be lying. So. Yeah.
I know you've previously mentioned that you don't want it to go into the season. Sandy Alderson mentioned that he was optimistic that if it needed to, that it could go into the regular season. Have you even gotten that far of whether that is something you're going to need to broach, as far as deadlines, hard deadlines, soft deadlines, things like that?
Tim, like I said earlier, I will not be negotiating during the season. I will go to free agency. If something carries on during the season, it's not fair for me. It's not fair for the team. I gotta give everything I got into winning baseball games. So if it doesn't happen in spring training, I'll go to free agency, and we'll talk in November, December, whenever free agency starts.
Thank you.
Next question is from Disha Dozar.
Hey, Lindor, a couple of weeks ago, you said you were getting to know the organization, and that made a big difference to you in terms of contract extension discussions. I guess, where are you on that front now, and how much more comfortable do you feel with the club?
Disha, I'm very comfortable. I like the guys here. I like the coaching staff, trainers, athletic trainers. Everybody's on the right path. We're all trying to win. We're all trying to get better. And so, yeah, I'm liking the organization. I'm feeling more comfortable as we go through every day. So, yeah, this is a good workplace. I'm happy right now. So we'll see what happens. I'm blessed to, once again, to be surrounded by a great group of guys.
Thank you.
Your next question comes from Mike Puma.
Hey, Francisco, when you say, nothing serious with the talks, I mean, are there at least, there must be at least numbers being thrown around at this point, right?
Like I said, brother, nothing serious, Mike. Nothing serious. It's just we're just talking, and that's. I would love to give you a lot of details, Mike, but that's not the person I am. So you're gonna get the good old media answer, which is we're just talking. So that's it, brother.
Thank you.
Next question is from Bruce Beck.
Hey, Francisco, you had 30-plus homers in 17, 18, and 19. How important is power to you, and how much does it make up what you're trying to do at the plate? Is it something that you go after, or does it just evolve?
Bruce, I always had power. but that was kind of what the game was heading to. You know, home runs, doubles, stop hitting the ball in the ground. So I adjusted to what the game was going to be moving towards, and I did that. You know, if that's my game, no, my game has never been being a power hitter. I'm more of a gap to gap. You know, put the ball in play, and just try to be on base for the guys and score more than 100 runs. But that wasn't getting me anywhere. So I had to get on top of the plate, turn and burn.
Do you derive any more joy from hitting a home run than you do with a base hit to right center?
Depends on the situation of the game. Yeah, home runs are great. I mean, that's what people go to the game for. They go to see great plays and home runs and see the ground strike out a lot of guys. That's what people go to the game. So yeah, it depends. I love me some defense though. I love me making some great plays. I value that more than a home run.
Thank you.
Next question is from Mike Vaccaro.
Hi, Francisco. Today, we kind of saw a little bit of what I guess the Mets offense is capable of. I mean, you went deep, and Pete went deep, and Dom went deep. I mean, does that kind of excite you to think about, you know, what this lineup could become as you guys start to hit your stride?
Definitely. We have good hitters, young hitters that continue to evolve, continue to get better on a daily basis. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited for what the year has ahead of us. I know the guys are working extremely hard, and they're gonna have outstanding season. I'm looking forward to being a part of something good they had going on here. I said it earlier. I just want to be a part of what they have. I just want to be one piece of the puzzle. So I'm very happy. I'm excited. Like you said, Mike today showed a little bit what we can do. So I can't wait.
Next question is from Tim Britton.
Hey, Francisco, what's the experience been like playing behind DeGrom these first few spring starts, seeing that view right behind him?
It's fun. It's very fun. This the first times I get to actually see him pitch. I never faced him. So it's fun. I've been around great pitchers. Saw Kluber win a couple Cy Youngs. Bauer's an outstanding pitcher. Clevenger, Beaver, Civali, Tumlin, Carrasco. I saw a lot of great pitchers in my time in Cleveland. But DeGrom looks like he's a little smoother. The fastball has more spin, you know, it gets to the plate smoother. The other guys are outstanding pitchers, and they're really good at what they do. DeGrom just looks like a little smoother, you know. So that's why he's probably one of the best. When the other ones are really good too.
And then Luis has talked about hitting you second behind Brandon Nimmo. How do you like starting off the lineup that way?
I like it. You know, that's kind of the role I always grew up with. Be a situational hitter. Guy on second base, get him over. Guy on third base, bring him in. Guy on first, go gap to gap. Nobody on, get something going. You know, that's kind of how I play the game. Over the years, the game made me change a little bit. So, yeah, it was a little different mentality.
Next question is from Tyler Kepner.
Yeah, Francisco, just talking about that, the way the game has made you change, or the way the game has evolved. They're obviously putting some new rules in the minor leagues, trying to maybe change the game to more of an action-based game, fewer strikeouts, more balls in play, stolen bases, that kind of thing. Do you think that can work? Do you think the game can evolve to where there is more action, or is power always going to be, maybe the priority?
No, the game is going to evolve. We're professional baseball players. We can adjust. We can make the adjustments that are needed to help the team win. It's just a matter of how we gonna help the team, what the team needs, and when we do go to a situation that's gonna help us get paid or help us with certain awards, yeah, we're gonna do what the game is telling us to do. You know, when you're rewarding players for home runs, everybody's gonna do that. When you're rewarding players for hitting 200 hits, you're gonna have 10 guys getting 200 hits a year. You know, but when it's not that, when that's not the how the game is evolving, then you're gonna see guys hitting more home runs, or not necessarily more home runs, because they hit more home runs than us in the 90s and early 2000s. They were hitting more home runs than us, but you see more guys striking out more and then hitting 30, 40 home runs. I don't think you'll see guys hitting 70 home runs or 60 home runs. Not in my time in the game. I don't think that's gonna happen. Might be one guy or two, maybe, that you do it 1 year, but not consistently.
What do you think is the most appealing brand of baseball to get, to get more of the athleticism and more of the fun in the game?
I don't understand that question, Tyler.
Well, I mean, like, what's your favorite kind of baseball? Is it more of the power-oriented game, or more, where guys are encouraged to steal bases and
No,
run?
everything. Because back in the days, guys were stealing bases, were hitting home runs, were making good plays, and they were pitching. You know, there were guys going 8, 9 innings. You know, like and the relievers were closing, like Mariano Rivera. You know, it was an art seeing him pitch. You had Trevor Hoffman. You got starters Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan. It was just a much overall a better play game, like more rounded. I don't know if I'm explaining myself the right way, Tyler. I still think this generation it's really good, but it's right now it seems like it's a home run, a strikeout, or maybe a double. You know, where back then it was like, all right, I get on base, somebody steals second, you get them over, base hit, 1-0, and the game would finish 1-0. You know, like it was just overall it was a more rounded game, and that's kind of what I would like for the game to be back to.
Thanks, man.
Your last question comes from Tony DeComo.
Hey, Francisco. I know you don't want to comment on negotiations themselves. When you look at guys who have signed contracts, I mean, people value different things in their lives. Some people value a longer term deal. Some people value an AAV. Some people value an opt out. Some people want a no trade. Like, what do you consider important in terms of this step of your career, of your life?
My family. Wherever my family's happy, wherever my family's comfortable, that's what I value the most. I'm gonna play the game wherever I am, and man, Tony, like I said, I'm not gonna get into much details, man. This is a little bit more personal. I know I kind of owe it to the people, but I'm sorry to all those that are expecting me to go out there and tell them everything. That's just not how I am. I'm very appreciative in the position I am today. I'm blessed to be in this position. I'm humble that a team would love to pay me, but I'm not going to say a lot of things in kind of what I want. I want my family to be happy. I want my family to be in a safe place. I knew they could be safe in Cleveland, and I know they can be safe in New York. So we'll see what happens.